JT Show. I'm in the ring with Rory and with Gala. We're going to be talking to you about UFC. What's happening?
Right, so you missed the UFC this weekend.
I missed this. We want to talk about why.
First start.
No secret, no.
Yeah, a lot happened this weekend. First
There was a
start,
lot of knockouts.
There was a lot of knockouts here, but even before that, the main event got cancelled because Holly Holm's opponent, Aldana, got coronavirus. So the main event got cancelled. Derrick Brunson and Shabatsian get moved up to the main event.
Okay.
So everything's ready to go. Holly Holm's cancelled, and the first fighter, Trevin Giles, is just about to walk out to the main music. The lights went down, the music's about to go on. He has an anxiety attack and collapses.
Serious?
No way.
Really? Oh my God.
How?
He has a panic attack and he just collapses in the corridor. First fight of the night, they're like, welcome to the UFC, Vegas, we're back in Vegas after fighting Trevin Giles and stuff like that, and the lights go dark and he just fucking...
Are you serious? Oh my
Wow.
God. Oh my God, an anxiety attack.
Yeah, he says he has a panic attack.
A panic attack,
and
yeah.
He blacked out, and I was thinking, there wasn't even any fans there.
Yes.
That is insane.
If you can't handle an empty arena in Vegas with 20 people there,
Yeah.
what's going to happen at Madison Square Garden when there's like 20,000 people screaming your name?
He will die there. Yeah.
What, I mean, did
definitely.
He explain it in a post-fight interview? Did he
No,
talk?
I mean, the last thing we saw was his corner arguing with the doctor. Looked like they were saying, let him fight, he's okay.
Okay.
This guy's in this chair just fucking...
Really?
Yeah, couldn't stay, wouldn't get up, but then, so they cancelled the fight. So the guy who was fighting, Kevin Holland, he got sent home, the fight was cancelled, and they just played commercials for 20 minutes.
Really?
Crazy.
Really?
Wow.
Can you imagine? That would happen to me.
Yeah.
I'm sure, but I'm not an experienced MMA fighter,
Yeah,
so
you think this guy was just
I would be justified.
he must be gutted, because obviously he's not getting paid, he's not getting his show bonus, he's not getting...
And that's how he's going to be remembered. They'd be
And
like, that's the panic attack guy.
And also imagine all the preparation he go through, you know,
Yeah.
like, and then at the day, he just panic. Oh my God.
And collapse. Yeah.
Collapse, yeah.
So he collapsed, and obviously he didn't do the fight. They just, his coach, what did he say anything? Was he like, yeah, I'm good to go?
No,
or?
you didn't see much of it, because you didn't really see it happen.
Okay.
Do you know when the lights go dark and all that, and now introduce the fighters?
Yeah, the lights.
And then the lights just kind of kept going.
Where is him?
I was sitting there with my
On the
coffee.
floor already.
I was like, and then the commentators came on, it's like, Trevor Giles has collapsed. And I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
Wow.
And then, so they just skipped to an ad break, and 20 minutes go past, and they came on saying, yeah, he's had an anxiety attack, he's collapsed, this fight won't be happening tonight. The doctors have sent him to the hospital.
Amazing. That is okay. Wow. So that's how UFC started this weekend.
Crazy thing was, he wasn't the only one to faint that night.
No, there's more.
So-
Man, I missed out. Yeah.
So the
You did.
I missed out. Okay.
main event was a good main event. Shabatsian, the new up-and-coming young guy, was 22 years old, undefeated in the UFC, got beat by Derrick Brunson. So Derrick Brunson's closed the Shabatsian chapter for now, but the main story of the night for me was Joanne Calderwood
Okay.
fighting in the co-main event. Now, Joanne Calderwood's Scottish, she's from the same hometown as me.
Okay. Okay. You're your fellow countryman, huh?
If I hold on, same
You didn't put your mic on, bro.
Need to start again.
No, I don't think. I think it's okay.
So yeah, so Joanne Calderwood's from a place called Irvine in Scotland, which is 5,000 people. Which is the same place that I'm from.
Okay.
And she's probably the only hope Scotland has as a country of winning anything in the sporting world.
Wow. Okay.
So she was supposed to fight Valentina Shevchenko
Okay.
for the bantamweight belt, but then Shevchenko got injured until the end of the year. So Joanne said, "I'm not waiting. I want to fight now. I'm going to fight in 2 weeks." So she took a fight against the Brazilian Jennifer Maia, and she lost.
No.
She shouldn't have done that, huh?
And now Jennifer Maia is going to fight Shevchenko.
Now, she should have waited. She just got a bit too zealous.
She said she's ready. She hasn't fought since last year. She's been training constantly for the past 7 months. So Joanne says, "I'm not waiting for Shevchenko. I want to fight now." And then she got done by armbar in the first round.
Oh man.
So bad.
She was walking backstage, and I guess she just freaked out and collapsed.
She was just so shocked. Wow.
Yeah.
So that's the second feint of the night.
Maybe the temperature was too hot.
Yeah.
I don't know why everybody's
Being
collapsing
Vegas,
that night.
Should go back to Fight Island, Daddy Dana.
Yeah.
Go back to Fight Island. People are fainting.
Yeah.
They're fainting in Las Vegas. Yes.
Two fights cancelled, 2 faints. Yeah, it was a good
That's
night.
crazy. There was a knockout, yeah? Was there a knockout one?
There was a few. The best fight of the night for me was, do you remember Vincent Luque against Nico Price?
Is that the one where he knees him and his hands? It's a legal blow. Remember, I saw a highlight, and he knocked the dude out, just like what we were talking about before about the.
But the guy had his hands off. The guy
hands were off the ground, so he was standing, and the guy kneed him straight in the.
I think so. Yeah, I think it was.
That was a very good knockout.
Vincent Luque. Do you remember we watched the card last month? And
Okay.
Vincent Luque was fighting Nico Price, and Nico Price ended up with 3 gashes around his eye, so deep that it looked as if his eye was going to fall out.
Really?
Whoa.
Okay.
Bad,
Extreme. That's extreme.
So he was back in.
He's back and he won again. Every single time Vincent Luque fights, it's always a good fight.
Wow.
Yeah, always. But yeah, that was the UFC's first card back in Vegas.
That's why usually when we do our In the Ring with Rory podcast, we're in Fight Island, and there's palm trees, and we have Lucy, we have Fanny the flamingo.
I love it. I love it. Next time we'll get the
now we're
flamingo.
now
the
we're in
wigs
Vegas.
and
Yeah, we
glasses
got wigs.
and
Yeah, this is now we're back in Vegas, so things are.
Okay.
Things are back to normal, yeah.
normal.
We didn't talk about Fight Island last week. The last card from Fight Island.
The last card from Fight Island. That's right.
Have you heard about, I don't know how to say his name, Hazmat Chimaev?
Yes, the Swedish guy, right?
Yeah, but he's from Chechnya.
Chechnya. Okay, yeah.
So-
this guy's so famous now. He's like a big sensation in UFC. So it just for the reason that he did the 2 fights, right?
Well, what happened was he was fighting July 15th at welterweight, which is 185 pounds.
This is a very good story. You'll enjoy this.
Okay.
So he's fighting 185 pounds and he won that fight. Instead of leaving Fight Island, he's like, I'm staying here. He just stayed on the beach. He's like, call me if someone cancels, if someone needs a fight. He's like, I'm here. So 10 days later, he gets a call and he says, we've got a fight for you, but it's 1 weight class below. So you have to cut weight 15 pounds in the next 3 days if you want this fight. He does it and then beats the guy in the first round.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
He's the real deal, this guy.
yeah, and then
Nice.
they said, so what's the plans next? He's like, I want to fight again, I'm staying here.
He's just staying there waiting.
But
Wait, he's waiting for
recent
fights.
story he did when Conor McGregor was, when he started smack talking against Khabib, and he went and flew to Ireland to try to confront Conor McGregor because they're both Muslim, right?
I saw this, yeah, but
Does that sound real to you?
Chimaev tried to fly to Ireland to fight McGregor because of the Khabib stuff, but Chimaev holds a Swedish passport,
Yes.
and he was flying from Sweden. So why would he get stopped at the Irish airport?
That's true. He is Swedish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a Swedish passport. So the first question would be, why are they stopping you at a European airport?
Why you start? Yeah, because you're from Sweden, and how hard would it be to fight Conor McGregor if I were just to go to Ireland?
Well, the story is apparently that Conor McGregor's camp were going to fly Chimaev in as training for Khabib. Because Chimaev's style is very similar to Khabib. He does the whole Dagestani handcuff and things like that.
I see.
So they were going to fly him in.
And then the
Apparently.
relationship fell apart. And
Well,
he was
I don't
like, I actually don't like you.
Apparently the Chimaev got stopped at the airport or something. I don't understand.
What?
I mean, I'll show you his picture. He probably got stopped at the airport.
It's a good story that has gone on on social media. People have enjoyed it because it's taggy, right?
Yeah.
And I think given his current status in the UFC, how people really admire this dude, he can pop out a story like that and just sort of let it fuel his popularity.
I don't know how to spell his name.
But it's how do you say his name? How do you say his name?
Yeah, Hazmat Chimaev.
Hazmat.
Yeah,
Hasma.
He fought on the card with Gustafsson, right? Yeah, this is the guy.
That's why he got stopped at the airport, because he looks fucking crazy.
Yeah, he does. If I see him at night, I will be like running away.
Okay.
That's why you can go to the airport and they'll just like, whoa.
You
No.
guys have to see him. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
You need to stay out of this country.
You're up to no good.
Yeah. But really, what a champion in that sense of taking 2 fights and dropping down a weight class.
It's the weight class thing that gets me. I mean, people have taken fights before on short notice, but to take a fight at a different weight class on 10 days, it was like 5 or 6 days notice. So that's a record. They have the 2 wins, the closest in history in the UFC.
Yes.
And they were both in the first round.
Wow.
But, and the guys he was fighting, the second guy that he fought, Rhys McKee, I think his name was, It was his first fight in the UFC, but Dana White said that they had this guy down as the next big thing from the UK. And Chimaev destroyed him. What was the stats? Chimaev got 68 punches in the first round.
Yeah,
He's got one.
It was something ridiculous like that. He had no damage.
That's right. So over the 2 fights that Chimaev won, he landed 168 punches, something like that, and he absorbed 2.
Absorbed 2. Yeah.
2 punches there.
And this is a guy that just taking a fight on. That's such a He's a character. He's really a character. I'm surprised Paul doesn't talk more about him. Paul being Swedish and all.
Yeah, true.
But is he like? It seems like he's known maybe not so much from where his country, but more from his sort of
his background.
Yeah,
he's from Chechnya. And I found out yesterday that we don't see many Chechnyan fighters because the US has sanctions on them. So that Chechnya and Dagestan are really close. It's the same culture, same fighting culture. They grow up the same kind of respect as like Khabib. But Chechnyan fighters don't really get the stage because the UFC doesn't really give them a chance. There's a lot of US sanctions on fighting in America.
Interesting. So this guy's found a loophole.
He's got a Swedish passport, so he
passport.
trains in Sweden and he fights out of Sweden.
And I like guys like that. This stuff extremely entertaining. They're deadly. It's like Khabib. Watching Khabib, you're not. This is a full-on gladiator. If you took Khabib and you put him into Roman times, he would do okay. He'd figure it out. Like, I mean, style-wise, he'd have to figure. But he has that same sort of mentality, right?
Yeah. Apparently, this Chimaev guy is like Khabib, but he's more vicious.
He's a lot taller too.
He's got a habit of, if he's submitting someone, and the referee calls it off, he holds on for a little second longer. He's that kind of guy.
Okay.
So I mean,
He's trouble.
Yeah, he's trouble.
Dangerous.
Yeah. He's dangerous, man, and he's a bit.
Speaking of Khabib, didn't we get a? Isn't now Khabib and
Justin Gaethje.
Justin Gaethje, that's locked, right?
Yeah, UFC 235, 245. 245 or 235, I can't remember.
But it's October, right? It's quite a while.
Did you see who else got announced for the same card?
Who's in?
I'll show you in a second. So, Khabib versus Gaethje is booked in September. I'll just confirm the date now.
Yeah, find the date.
But recently, after last weekend's fights, we got a new edition. So, October 24th.
254.
254.
24th of October. This is an exciting fight.
It'll probably be in Abu Dhabi, but it hasn't been confirmed yet.
Okay.
And the co-main event has been announced as Robert Whittaker.
Excellent.
Yeah, versus Jared Cannonier.
Excellent, great.
Number 3.
That's a good fight.
So the month before, we've got Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa for the title.
Yep.
And the winner of that will probably face the winner of Whittaker Cannonier the next month.
Okay. So so Whittaker's now back in the top, right?
I don't think he needs to fight. I mean, he could wait for the winner of Adesanya Costa.
Yeah.
But he's staying busy, so.
Adesanya Costa probably. That's going to be a really entertaining fight.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
I heard that it could be in New Zealand because New Zealand are taking crowds for sporting events.
Oh, and Israel Adesanya is New Zealand. Yeah, that's three fights out of New Zealand.
So that could be quite good.
Very interesting. It's good. This has got everything. This has got all the information of all the upcoming fights. It's very good. Look at that.
It's my secret website.
That's your secret website. Yeah. All right, so that was last weekend's UFC. Now we're back in Vegas, and how long are we going to be in Vegas? At least for the foreseeable future. We got 3 more events here.
There's going to be 8 more fights in the next 4 weeks.
8 more fights in the next 4 weeks, all in Las Vegas.
Yeah, so they haven't been announced yet. But what we do know is that next weekend is going to be Derrick Lewis versus Oleinik. Derrick Lewis is the huge heavyweight.
That's right.
He's sponsored by Popeye's Chicken.
Dude, Derrick Lewis is the guy that has hot pants, remember?
Yeah.
I'll take my pants off, they're hot. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? He take his pants off?
Yeah.
Right up, he wins the fight, right? And he just straight away takes his shorts off. And he has these little boxers on. They're like, what's wrong? And he's like, they were hot. He became so famous for that. He's taking
He got sponsored by Popeye's Chicken after that.
Calvin Klein sponsored him.
And the commercial, he's like taking his pants off because he's eating like hot chicken.
He's eating hot chicken.
I love it.
So he's fighting Oleinik. Oleinik's last fight was against Fabricio Verdum.
That dude, he's the Ukraine dude, right? The big
the guy with the ears.
Older guy. Yeah.
And he beat Fabricio Verdum.
That
and
dude looks like one of those serial killers.
What do they call him again? The Anaconda. Anaconda.
He's fantastic. Anaconda. So entertaining to fight. Watch him. So entertaining.
So it's quite a good card. Before that, we've got Chris Weidman.
Okay.
Chris Weidman is fighting Akhmedov, who's another Dagestan guy. Chris Weidman has lost 5 in his last 6, all by knockout, and the other guy's won 5 out of his last 6.
Okay.
So it'll be an interesting things to see Chris Weidman can get back in the win column for a change.
All right.
But yeah, if he loses again, that'll be 6 losses.
Yes. Anything else interesting on that card?
Not really.
Not really. But after this one, then we've got number 3. We've got Stipe.
252.
Stipe and Dan,
So the following week we've got UFC 252, which will also be in Vegas, headlined by Stipe Miocic versus Comier for the heavyweight
Daniel
title.
Comier back in. Yes, this is number 3. We got to just settle it, see who wins, and that's it.
I'm kind of sick of this fight.
Yeah. I don't expect it to be that entertaining.
I'm just kind of bored of seeing their names together.
Yeah. They're both kind of boring fighters too, right?
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Really...
And I enjoyed the first 2 fights. I'm just kind of bored of them. Like, you've got guys like Francis Ngannou.
Yes, exactly.
I'd rather see Francis Ngannou.
I'd like to see Francis Ngannou. Yeah. That dude's savage. Yeah.
So we'll see. But then underneath that, we've got, in fact, the next guy. Do you remember Rosenstrike? That was the guy that last fought Ngannou.
Mm-hmm.
Who got destroyed in
the first 16, 17 seconds. Yeah.
Wow.
So he's fighting. Then we've got Frankie Edgar.
Frankie Edgar finally been cleared, right, from the
COVID. So he was supposed to fight in July, but that got cancelled because of coronavirus, and it's been moved to 2 weeks' time.
Excellent.
And then we've got your man, Sean O'Malley.
Sean O'Malley back in.
Yeah, he's fighting Marlon Vera, who recently lost to Song Yadong.
Song Yadong, that's right.
So we'll see.
Sean O'Malley, he's good. He's very entertaining, that guy. I expect another good knockout. Yeah. See if we can get that knockout.
From Sean O'Malley?
Yeah.
He should do. I mean, Marlon Vera's a different level, but Sean O'Malley's taking it pretty well. He's not fighting big names yet. He's taking it a step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not jumping straight in and going too fast, which the UFC usually does. So it's quite nice to see them actually take it step by step for a change.
Yeah. All right, everybody. That was our roundup and our recap of UFC that has already happened and what's coming. Thanks so much for joining us, Gala.
Thank you guys for
In
having
the ring
me.
with Rory. We're
Learning a lot from you.
We'll be back. When will we be back? Probably before the Stipe Daniel Cormier fight.
Next week.
Yeah, next week. All right. Bye.